We're back. I'm back. It's been 30 minutes, roughly. My timer just went off. Let me make sure we're all online here. Making sure we're here. I'm here. Yay. 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 I love it. Well, that's weird. The chat box is still up on my side. Is this chat box still up for y'all? That would be cool if it stays like that. I wish YouTube would figure out how to move the chat box or keep the chat box, maybe move it to the comment section. Wouldn't that be nice so that we wouldn't lose our lovely conversation? We wouldn't lose all this great stuff that we're passing back and forth to each other. That would be awesome, YouTube. Work on that, YouTube. Okay, my timer went off, so my cornbread dressing should be ready. The savory spinach muffin should be ready. And then we can move on to my creamy mashed potatoes cooked in the iPot. I heard you. And the buttermilk bread rolls. Yay. Okay, let me get these out. Dun 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 dun. La 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 la. It won't be long. We'll be eating lunch. We'll be having Thanksgiving dinner. This is so cool. Whew. All right. Oh, it looks so pretty. Oh, it's nice and golden brown on top. Ooh, and my spinach muffins look good too. Yay. Hold on just a second. Oh, it's really hot over here. Do I have anything else to... Oh, yeah, my bread rolls. Okay, I need to crank up my bread rolls. Let me find my bread roll recipe. Where is my bread roll recipe? Where is my bread? Hold on. I'm sorry. I need to figure. I think it's 400 degrees. Hold on, just a second. Hold on. Found it. I need to heat my oven to, where are you? Oh, 350 degrees. I'm already there. Yay! I'm so good. I just need to take this back to 350 because it was at 375. And then I'll bake the rolls for 20 minutes. All right, stick that on Betty so I don't forget. Okay, let's take a look. Let me get a towel to protect my counters. My 1976 Formica counter. Let's see how this worked out. Let me get you. Oh, there we go. That'll work right there. Oh, lucky, lucky. Lucky, lucky. That looks so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's still got some spring in it. Oh yeah. It's firm on the edges. And it's really hot, so I know it's still cooking. Oh my goodness. Look at my Meemaw's cornbread dressing. Oh, all plant-based and happy and cholesterol-free. She would be so proud. Ooh, I can smell the sage. You want a closer look? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. It looks so good. Look at the sides. Oh my goodness. Look at that tofu. Hi, tofu. Hi, tofu. I can't wait to eat you. Oh my goodness. Oh. I wish you were here. That would be really cool. That would be so awesome. We should do that one year. Let's do that in a couple of years. Let's have a Thanksgiving with Jill party. You want to do that? Y'all can all come to Austin, or I can meet somewhere in the middle. Y'all come to Austin. I want y'all to come to Austin. And we can have a big Thanksgiving party. We'll do it early so that we can have our own Thanksgiving. We won't do it when regular Thanksgiving's going on. We'll do it. We'll make our own Thanksgiving day. Look at there. There's the Savory spinach. Look how pretty and golden the top is. Yay. I can still kind of hear some sizzling going on. So I'm not going to even try to touch those. I want those to set up and cool for a little bit. Well, you know, not cool like make them cold, but I just want them to reach a nice warm temperature so that it'll be easier for me to fish them out. Can I say that when I'm plant-based? Is that not friendly if I say I fish it out? Oh well. Some things will just never be, will just stick with me forever. Anyways, all right, so I'm going to move these back. I need to move these somewhere where they won't keep staying hot. Let me see. Let me share. Let's see. I'm actually going to move my cornbread dressing to my table and let it hang out. No, wait a minute. I'm going to leave this on the stove. I'm thinking out loud. You do the same thing. I know you talk to yourself in the kitchen. I know you do because I do. And we're both smart. And smart people talk to themselves. There's all sorts of smart people walking the streets up and down 6th Street here in Austin. I mean, geniuses. There's all sorts of people, I'm telling you. I'm going to leave that right there. I need to leave one burner free. I'll be cooking up my creamy gravy that we're going to use over our cornbread dressing. And I need to cook up some cauliflower to make that happen later. This needs, here, I'm going to put this right here. I dig silicone for baking, but you know, it's like, it's like that. It's floppy, it's hard to handle. And it's scary to handle when it's hot. Okay. You like my little towel? Isn't this, I found this at Hobby Lobby. I think that's so pretty. I'd paint my walls like that. If that were wallpaper, I'd be all over that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I did a little prep. I have, remember I've made those cheese balls and cheese logs yesterday, the cheesy snacks, and I still need to take those out of the mold and give them a nice coating of the smoky, one gets smoky pecan wrapped around it, and the other one's going to have smoky coconut bacon wrapped around it. So I'll need to make sure I take those out. I don't want to forget those. Don't let me forget. So I got to get those done. I'm afraid I'm going to forget. You know how that goes? Okay, I need to get my mashed potatoes going. So I've already peeled my taters. Dun, dun, dun. Let me show you how I roll these days. If you have seen my old how to make creamy mashed potatoes in the iPot video, then you watched me cut the potatoes up into chunks and throw them in there and add the water, okay? Well, I'll admit, that was me just, you know, doing what I've always known to do, because when you're cooking potatoes on the stove top and you cover them with water, what do? We cut the potatoes up into 1-inch chunks or big chunks or maybe long slices, but we make it long, thin slices, and then we boil them for 20 minutes. Yeah, remember? Yeah. Okay, but I don't have to do that in the iPod. I don't have to do that at all. Now I have evolved to just take my potatoes and peel them, and I just cut them in half. That's it. I just cut them in half. If they're super big, like they're ginormous potatoes and they're really thick, then I'll quarter them. But that's it. I mean, that has really helped me and saved me some time. So I'm going to dump, I didn't count the potatoes. You know what I did? I looked and I said, yeah, we need about that much. That's how I did it. Y'all do that too? Come on. Fess up. All right, so I just eyeballed, because I figure we'll eat. What you see is what you'll eat. So I know that we'll eat this much potato in the next 2 days. Maggie alone, she is a big potato eater, and Max too. They'll fill their plate. You'll see when we do our Thanksgiving mukbang, you watch to see how much mashed potato Maggie puts on her plate. Anyway, so I'm just trying to make sure there's enough. What you see is about how much we're going to have. So I'm going to dump all this in the iPot. Never mind, I'm just warming up my pot because my potatoes are a little cold. And I'm going to add some water from somewhere. Here we go. Just to speed things along, I have heated up some water in my tea maker. And I'm going to add about 2 cups of water because I'm going to pressure cook these potatoes for 5 minutes. And then they'll be nice and tender. And I'm going to eyeball 2 cups. It doesn't really matter. So long as you get more than 1.5 cups of water in here, you're good to go. Yeah, that works. That works. That'll do. Oh, I need a lid. Oh, I forgot the lid. Oh my gosh. Sorry, my cabinets are down. Oh, I can't believe I forgot the lid. Okay, let me make sure that my seal is properly seated. Make sure I don't have any clogging. I can see daylight. Okay, I'm good. My steam handle is clear. I'm going to lock on the lid, turn the steam release handle to sealing, and then I am going to hit the manual button. Can you see? Well, here, I'll change it just for a second. This takes a second. Can you see? Oh, look at that pretty iPod. I love you. You are my favorite. You're so awesome. You make my life so easy. Woo! Okay. Alright, so I'm going to hit, where's my manual button? I'm going to hit manual, which automatically puts this, sets at high pressure. And then it has this automatic timer for 30 minutes. So I'm going to use the minus key and press it and take the cooking time down to 5 minutes. Now, here's what's going to happen. We're not going to have creamy potatoes 5 minutes from now. That's not how this works. Stand by if you already know about pressure cooking. I'm going to talk about pressure cooking for just a second. When you're pressure cooking, whether you do it on the stovetop or you do it with an electric pressure cooker, it's going to take a little time for your pot to heat up and create pressure before the cooking time actually begins. In our case, I've got a lot of, or in this case, not our case, this case, we have a lot of potatoes in here. They're a little cool. I've added some hot water just to kind of help warm things up. But it's going to take, you know, probably a good 5, maybe 10 minutes to get the pressure going. Okay, and I'll know that the pressure, that the pot is full of pressure because I've got a little metal rod back here. It's a cover lock, and it's going to pop up, and then the lid will be locked in place. Once that rod is up, I cannot remove the lid. Then, only then, will the cooking time kick on. So it's just going to say on, and then when the pressure's up, it will start counting, and it will count down from 5 to 1, and then it'll give me some beeps to let me know it's finished. And then I have an older model iPod, so when it's done cooking, it's going to automatically kick into keep warm mode. I love that. And I'm going to go ahead and cancel that keep warm mode by pressing the cancel button. And then I'm going to wait about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to release whatever pressure is left in the pot. And then I'll be ready to drain off the potatoes and give them a good mashing. So that's how it rolls. So pressure cooking, when you hear people say, oh, it takes, well, when you hear me say, oh, that cooks, you know, that'll pressure cook for 2 minutes or that'll pressure cook for 5 minutes, I'm really talking about how long you need to set the cooking time on your iPod. I'm not talking about how long it's going to take for the pressure to build up or how long it's going to take for you to let the pressure out of the pot. I do not include those because those times vary depending on the amount of food, the temperature of the food, and how quick or long you want, or how quick you want to, how long you want to wait to let that pressure out of the pot, okay? And depending on the food, that varies. So it's not confusing, but it just depends on what's in the pot, okay? So I'm always going to tell you what to set the cooking time for on the iPod, all right? There we go. That's how I roll. Are you still with me? Everybody doing all right? Yay! Okay, so we're going to let that rock and roll. And let's get on to some buttermilk bread rolls. Where's my dough? I need some dough, baby. I need some dough. I need some dough. Oh, and I also need something else. Hold on. I'll explain what I'm doing in just a minute. I explain everything. La, la, la. Sorry. That was my little beach ball there. In my brain, my little beach ball was going like this. I was like, what am I doing? How am I going to work this? Okay. You know, it's a lot of work to do all this cooking. Y'all know how intense cooking can be. But imagine cooking and talking and running equipment, cameras and such, on top of all that. This is how it feels. That's how it feels on the inside. You gotta be a little crazy to do this. I need a pan. Where's my pan? I need a pan and I cannot lie. Where's my pan? What did I do with it? I'll use this one. My nice brown pan. And it's a black one. Boy, this is an old pan. This has had some love. Don't ever turn down a black pan. If you're at a garage sale and you see a nice black pan, I'm telling you what, that pan will never let you down. You'll have the best browning on the bottom of your cookies and your bread rolls and stuff like that. Oh my goodness. This is what they call seasoned. It's not shiny, but it sure knows how to cook. Okay, let's talk about my buttermilk bread rolls, baby. Oh, what's going on? Oh, thank you, MP Ford. MP Ford, what's your real name? Can you give it? Ford Child. MP. I'm just going to call you MP. All right. Okay, so on the first day of our Thanksgiving Palooza, you saw me mix together flour, yeast, water, a little buttermilk that I made myself with unsweetened plain soy milk and a little vinegar. And we mixed that, I mixed that together and I put it in this dish. And this has been in my refrigerator for 2 days. It smells so good. It smells like sourdough bread. It's not sourdough bread. It just smells all yeasty. It's so awesome. Okay, and it doesn't rise much. You see, it didn't rise a whole bunch, but it's not supposed to. Okay, it's not that kind of bread. This is going to make an artisan style textured bread, a heavier loaf. This is not going to make like the pull apart bread rolls that you get from the grocery store. You know, the ones I'm talking about. Those are full of fat. It takes a lot of fat to make a tender bread roll. A lot of fat. And we're not, you know, the only place you saw me put any fat, processed fat, in my food was in my pie crust. And I'm not going to do that in my dinner roll. The only fat that's in here is what's coming off the unsweetened plain soy milk. That's it. Okay, so everything else is just water, salt, and yeast and flour. That's it. Okay, so what I need to do is I'm going to measure out my bread dough, and I'm going to change. Let me change the camera lenses. There we go. So what I want to do, I've got some flour here, and this is going to help me not stick to the bread dough. Okay. I'm gonna what they call cloak my bread. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. I almost forgot something. Just a second. Nope. Okay. I have a little bit of cornstarch and water here, which also works as my fat-free salad oil, and I'm going to use that to brush onto my dinner rolls once I get them on my pan. I didn't want to forget that. My fat-free salad oil recipe will be in the downloadable PDF and in the Kindle version. Oh, you hear the sizzling of the iPod? It's trying to interrupt. Okay. And I want... Alright, you don't have to use a scoop. Uh-oh, why am I bleach whiting out? Hold on just a second. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I think it's this bleach. Oh, I know what it is. It's this black pan throwing everything off. I'm going to take it out of the scene here. Okay. That's weird. When you get a black item and a white item together, the cameras go all wonky. I don't know which way to focus. All right, I'm going to use this scoop so that I can have even portions of my bread dough. And I'm just going to scoop out about a golf ball size worth of dough. I'm going to drop it in the flour, and I'm just going to drop it in there and just pick up enough flour to keep me from sticking. And real quick, I just want to pull this dough and make it smooth. Okay, make it all smooth and pretty like that. I don't want to touch it too long. I don't want to overwork it. And this will not double. This is pretty small, but that's okay. It's perfect. We got a lot of cornbread dressing and all that stuff. We can make this bigger. I'll show you how that looks. Here, let me make it bigger. You're like, girl, you from Texas? How's that not? Oh, there's tolerance here too. Hold on. Let me work this out. Let me find my mojo. Hold on. Let me find my mojo. All right, here we go. I'm pulling this around. I'm making this smooth. I dip into the bowl, keep myself from sticking. Okay, just pull, and make smooth. Okay, there we go. Make a nice little, look at there. It's like a little bowl. An upside down bowl. Okay, there we go. That's it. I'm gonna stop right there. That's gonna grow a little bit. See how big that is? That's a pretty serious dinner roll right there. Okay. It's pretty serious. All right. It's pretty serious. You. Okay, pulling this around. I'm gonna work really fast. I don't want this to take too long. How is y'all? Who's here? I see Mosca Frog Lover. Annette is here. Team Broccoli. Hi, Team Broccoli. All right, pull that around. And if you want to, you can have these close or far apart. Just depends on if you like more tender bread. I'm going to show you in just a minute how you can keep a nice soft crust on this bread dough. Typically, when you're making using an artisan dough, you can get a really hard crust going. And that might not be what you're going for. If you want a tender roll, I've got a trick for that. It's not my trick. It's somebody else's. It's the artisan bread in 5 minutes a day trick. I'm making these big, but you could make these smaller if you wanted to. Deborah says her nickname. Oh, that's cute. Bryn is here. Bryn made it. Bryn is in the house, in the house, in the house. Okay. I'm just knocking that extra dough off, that extra flour off. Ooh. I see Sally and Kathy and Jackie Gerber and Janet Lopez and Ladybug. Okay. That's pretty smooth. There's no kneading in this bread dough. This is it. This is as intense as it gets right here. That's it. Dun, 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 dun. I'm up to 7. I'm going to get 8 dinner rolls out of this because I'm making these so big. Char's here. Can't wait to see the whole meal come together. You will! And I'm doing pretty good on my time. This is awesome. I was a little afraid I would run over because I got all this stuff going on. Like yesterday, things kind of went a little long. I didn't mean to make them long. I'm trying to make shorter videos so people will be enticed to watch. You know, not everybody knows who I am. And they freak out when they see that 1 hour video time. You gotta love me to, you gotta know me and love me to watch me that long. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know the love. Because y'all love me. And I love you. And we have so much fun together. Alright, this last bread dough, this last bread roll is going to be a little small, so I better be careful. I'll have to watch it in the oven. But that's hardly worth making a, worth making a rollover. Ooh. Pam! Pam, thank you. MP Ford is Pam. Okay, that one's really small. That one's just like half the size. I'm going to stick that one in the middle. There we go. I'm going to let it get protected with the others. All right, let me wash my hands. I'm going to wash my hands. Hold on. Hold on, I'm all icky. Even though I used all that flour. Okay, there we go. Look here. Okay, so how many did I get? I got 10 bread rolls. Really large bread rolls, y'all. Sorry. I showed you the bread rolls and then I took it away. Did you see that? I'm such a tease. I'm teasing. See? Now you see them, now you don't. Okay. You know me, I gotta keep the counter clean. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's a sickness. Okay, and then the next cool thing I want to do is I want to put some pretty on my rolls. So with a serrated knife, I'm going to give these a little crisscross. Now what makes it easy to do this is see how I left the tops of the rolls floury. Okay, that helps that knife come across there without sticking. La la la, la 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 la. Look at there. Ding ding ding. If there's not enough flour on the top, it'll drag across. And I just let the weight of the blade. Oop, that one's been out a little longer. Hold on. Don't make me look bad. Don't you make me look bad, roll. What's that? Oh, that's the iPod. Shh, shh, I'm talking. iPod. Don't steal the show. Okay. You can make any design that you want. You could make lines across. Whatever. There you go. Da 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 da. Okay, now I'm not going to pop these in just yet because I need a couple of things to get going before this gets going. I'm going to brush these with my fat-free salad oil, which is really just a cornstarch wash. And this will give me a little shine. Okay, let me tell you how I'm going to make sure that my bread dough doesn't get too tough. Hey, see that? So I learned in the Artisan Bread in 5 Minutes a Day book that if you put a pan with a cup of water in it in your oven while you're baking, it will create steam, and the steam helps keep the bread really soft. And the result is you get a really light, crispy crust that actually crackles. And I hope that it happens here and it doesn't make me a liar, but that's what happens. I need to let these bread rolls just sit here for just a few minutes, maybe for like 5 minutes or so, and then I'm going to pop them in the oven, okay? I'm not really letting them rise, but I just want that cornbread I just want it to sit there for a minute, okay? Now, all right, here's my pan. My oven is hot at 350 degrees, and here is my cake pan. Y'all saw me. And I just filled this up with water. Not all the way. I just needed about a cup's worth of water. And I'm going to go ahead and pop that in there and let that start getting hot and steamy, okay? And then about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to pop the dinner rolls in there, and then they'll bake for 20. And I can't wait for you to see the crust. I hope they don't make me a liar. Woo! And I just put this little water pan on the bottom. Just put it underneath the bread rolls. And it doesn't matter if you put it in the middle or on the side or in the back of the oven. It will, just put it in there. Just get it in there, baby. Okay. I'm going to let that sit right there. What's next? Oh, the potatoes. The potatoes are done. I'm going to pull this over here. I'm going to get this so we can see it in this camera. Oh. Okay. All right, so you can't see because the handle's in the way. There we go. Now you can see. All right, let's go back here. Now let's cream up the mashed potatoes. Everybody doing good? Let's see. Is everybody doing fine? That's funny, Annette. That's right. That's right. You know, I actually changed the name of my iPots. Annette's saying that this must be Sunny. I used to call my iPots Sunny and Share because I have a 5-quart that's short and a 6-quart that's taller. This is my 6-quart. And so when you put them side by side, they're like this. So I called them Sunny and Share at first. But then I realized, you know, I love my iPods and I use them together a lot. And Sunny and Cher got a divorce. So I don't want to call my iPods after a couple that got divorced. So I was like, no, I need a couple that like stayed together. So then I changed it, and now it's Captain and Tennille. So Captain is the short one because he was always sitting down at the piano, and Tennille is the taller one because she was always standing at the piano. Yeah, you know, so and singing, love will keep us together. Yeah, okay, so that's it. All right, I'm going to let the steam out of this. I'm canceling the keep warm mode. And this is going to take 1 minute to let all the steam come out of the pot. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Do not, if you get an iPod, you better send me an email and tell me that you got an iPod. And if you would like to buy an iPod, if you'd like to buy an iPod and use my Amazon affiliate link to do that, send me an email or drop a line in the comments under this video after it turns into a regular video, and I will send you my affiliate link. I would appreciate that. I get a little Amazon cred when that happens. Okay, did you see I was getting a little blurring going on? Let's change cameras. I want you to see this. Okay, so this is a starchy food. And you know how starches do. When you get them too hot, they start to boil over and make a starchy mess. And so because this just went off and I did not wait 10 minutes, before letting out the steam, then there's a lot of action going on in here. So when I started to open up this steam release handle, some of that starchy water was trying to come through. Well, it's no big deal. All you do is just turn the steam release handle back to sealing, wait a minute, talk to your friends online, and then come back and turn the handle again. Okay? Just give it a second. That's it. The steam is coming out of the pot. You're going to see this little lock drop down, and then I'll be able to get the lid off. And I'll need to drain off the water. And while that's doing that, I want to show you, this is what I'm going to do to use to cream up my potatoes. I love my Breville. How many times have you seen me use this the whole time? The whole 3 days. I love my Breville all-in-one processing station. So you saw me put it on top of my processing bowl and process pie crust. You saw me make pie crust. Oh, there you go. Watch it. You hear the sounds going down? And then that's going to drop. You saw me use it to, you do stuff. Well, now you're going to see me put on the ricer attachment, lock that on, and I'm going to use this to cream up my potatoes. And this is exactly what it's for. See, it dropped down. I told you. And then right here on the side, I can tell it if I want rustic, smooth, or creamy potatoes. Of course, I want creamy. So that's going to open up these valves. See, if I go to rustic, if I turn it back to rustic, hold on. What? I went too far. If I turn it to rustic, it's going to make chunky potatoes. But if I turn it to creamy, it opens up all the way. And I'm going to really go to town. Actually, it goes halfway. I'm sorry. I said that opposite. It breaks it down more. See how the potatoes are going to have to get through these little holes? So it makes creamier potatoes faster. Let me get out my soy milk. I need some soy milk. Alright, I like to use Silk, unsweetened, plain soy milk. Why? Jill, why is that? Because that's what's available at my nearest grocery store. Normally I heat this up. I'll heat it up and then I add it to my potatoes, but I'm living on the edge today. Okay, and we're just going to go with it like this. All right, my pressure thingy is down. I can take this off. You see that water? I'll let that water run off. You can actually, look at this. You can actually hang the lid right off the side in one of these handles. Isn't that cool? Here, let me show you. Look at that. Isn't that cool the way they worked that out? That is so awesome. But I don't do that. I mean, I don't really keep my lid on the side like that because I don't want to burn my elbow. Because I will get in here. I get in it, you know what I'm saying? I get it. So I don't want to burn my elbow. I never have burned my elbow, but I'm afeared I might one day. Okay. Real quick, I need to drain this off. I'm not going to use the water in the pot, but there's plenty of water in there. See that water? I got to get rid of that. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hey, get in there. I lost one of my taters. It's raining. It's raining in Texas. The sky is crying. Can't you see the tears run down my nose? Who is that? Who is that? That's Jill singing, tearing up a Stevie Ray Vaughan song. Okay. Oh, I need a little salt. Where's my salt? Good grief, it's falling apart. All right. I'm going to go ahead and add my salt right now. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt because that's how we like it. You can leave your salt out if that's the way you like it. Okay, you ready to rock and roll? You want to see this in action? Hold on. Hold on. Let me readjust the camera so that you can really see how this works. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Telling you what. What is the... Oh, I got it now. Da 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 da. How you like that now? Ha ha. How you like me now? All right, here we go. Let's go. I got my speed up. Let's rice some potatoes. I love that I can turn the iPot. I can turn the inner pot of the iPot. I'm going to make 2 passes. Making sure nobody got to try to get away. Oh, there you go. Creamy potatoes. Let me pop this ricer off, the motor off. Put that to the side. I need a spoon to scrape off my tater here. And then I got a little bit of action going on here on the side. I like to get that off. Do you hear that rain? Go on, rain. Go on and water my yard so I don't have to. We still have green St. Augustine going on here in Texas. There is no sign. Well, the leaves are dropping, but I think that they're dropping because it's been so dry here, but there's really not much sign of fall in Texas this time of year. Get in there. Okay, that's it. Ta-da! Let me drop this in my water. I don't want this to get dried out. I don't want the starches on my wand to get stuck. Hold on, I'll be right back. Be right back, be right back. Okay, now I need to add a little milk to this. And we'll be ready to rock. And then I'm going to turn, let me go ahead and I'm going to turn the keep warm mode on and keep my taters hot till we're ready. All right, my family. Okay, Captain. My family likes really creamy potatoes. I was raised on butter and milky potatoes. I raised my kids to like buttery, milky potatoes. So it was a little transition for us to, just a little bit, to get used to having potatoes with just milk in it. But we got it. I figured out if we just added extra milk to our potatoes, we could still have the creaminess that we enjoyed when there was butter in it too. But you know, it only took, if you're out there and you're free, you know, you're worried that your family could never like potatoes without butter, well, and you want to go oil free, I'll tell you, it just takes a few times. You know, maybe make those mashed potatoes 4 times in a row, and then your family will get used to it. They're like, you know, the first time they're going to say something's missing, and then the second time they're going to say, still something missing, and then the third time will come around and they're like, oh yeah, that's right, there's no butter in here, but hey, these are pretty good, you made them extra creamy. And then that 4th time they'll be like, oh yeah, she stopped putting butter in it, now it's just creamy potatoes. And then after that, they'll be just like, oh, potatoes, yay! They'll be so excited. And that's it. And before you know it, your family is eating mashed potatoes without butter. It's that easy. You just gotta be patient. tune them out. They're going to whine that there's no butter in it. But they'll get over it. They will get over it. And they'll be happy for it. You can tell them, you're going to eat these mashed potatoes and you're going to like it. That's what you'll tell them. Okay, I got nice, look at there. Let me taste these. I want to make sure my salt is right. I got my salt right, but I still want some more milk. I used organic russet potatoes, which are really starchy. So a really starchy potato takes more milk to make it creamy. Otherwise, it tastes really dry. But I can add a lot of milk here and get a really smooth potato. And the leftover potatoes still get firm and starchy, and I can use these to make chickpea fritters and stuff like that. Okay, this ought to be done by now. Surely I got it creamy enough by now. Ooh, see? Still good. Oh yeah. Dun 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 dun. All right. A little more salt. Just a little bit. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. I gotta get those taters right, you know what I'm saying? Can't be jacking with everybody's favorite taters. You gotta get that salt right. I do not add pepper to our mashed potatoes because Maggie doesn't like pepper in her mashed potatoes. We have to pepper our taters at the table. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with these mashed taters. I'm ready to pop those dinner rolls in the oven and let those bake for 20 minutes. And then we're going to come back, right? Yep. How long have I been on? We're going to come back and I'm going to show you how I make my cream gravy that will go on the cornbread dressing. And then I'm going to show you, and then we just have the cream gravy and we have the steamed broccoli. And then we're ready for our mukbang. These are good. Yum. Yum. We're going to be ready. So, that won't take very long. So let's take a break. Let me pop those in the oven. And then we'll be back here in 20 minutes. I'll take them out of the oven. I'll make the gravy and the broccoli. We'll take one more break. You'll have to give me one more break to move all the equipment to the dinner table. That'll probably take me about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 6 minutes. And then we'll have our Thanksgiving mukbang. All right, y'all go make something to eat. I hope you've got something to chow on while we're chowing. Yeah, I'm double dipping. It's my house. Okay. Let me get those. I need a lid. I promise, if you ever come to my house, I will not lick the spoon. I will not lick my fingers. I don't do that. Not when I'm serving people who I don't share genetic connections with. I'm a clean person, I promise. But when it's just me and my children and my hubby, I stick my finger in the bowl. You do it too. Okay. Let's look at these. Look at those bread rolls. They grew just a little bit. See, they grew just a little bit. Now they're touching. They're all yeasty and happy. We're going to pop these babies in the oven. All right. Let's go. Set my timer. I'll see you back here in 20 minutes.